Wedding season has begun, which means you probably need a veil, and that's exactly what we're going over today. And if you stick around till the end, I'll show you a quick and easy trick on how to steam your veil in literally minutes. And if you haven't already and want to see more videos like this one, make sure you subscribe below. The supplies you'll need today is tulle or net fabric, measuring tape, a veil comb, scissors, hand sewing needles, wax thread, dress pins, and a 2-inch wide, 15-inch long piece of tulle. Here's a fabric layout and cutting guide. Make sure your fabric is at least 36 inches wide. The dotted line on the guide represents where you'll be cutting. Fold the fabric in half and cut a rectangle that is 20 inches wide by 15 inches long. The first thing we'll need to do is cover the top of the comb so it has a nice pretty finish. Grab that 2-inch piece of tulle and you're going to hook it around the first tooth of the comb and tie a nice secure little knot. Once you've tied your knot, you'll have a little bit of a tail piece. Don't worry about that because we're going to cover that up in just a minute. Next, you're going to wrap the piece of tulle between each individual comb. And you can see right there, we're going to tuck that little tail piece in as you wrap the comb. Continue to wrap the comb until you reach the end, and then tie another knot at the end to secure the tulle in place. Once you've tied your knot, feel free to just cut off that little bit of tulle that's hanging off at the end. Go ahead and grab the piece of tulle you already cut and measure about a 1/2 inch down. Get your needle and thread and do a hand gathering stitch across the long side of that piece of fabric. Once you're done doing the stitch across the entire top, tie some knots in the thread and then go ahead and just gather that piece together. So take the gathered piece and now that's going to go on the comb. So because we're making a birdcage veil, you really want to take into consideration how you place that veil on the comb. So place the comb in front of you so that it's arching up, have the teeth face you. Then take the tulle piece and lay it over the comb. You're going to sew the tulle onto the edge right there so that when it flips over, the tulle's going over your face and the comb goes into your hair. So now that we have the tulle placed on the comb, you're going to sew it at about a 1/2 inch seam allowance. And if you need to, place a pin to attach it to the comb because it's important that it's gathered evenly across the top of the comb. And then you're pretty much just going to take your needle and thread and do 1-ply thread and just sew through the tulle and through the tulle wrapped around the comb, and you're going to do that until you reach the end. So now we're going to do another type of stitch just to make it more secure. So get your needle and thread and tie a knot at the end, and you're going to go through the top of the veil at the edge closest to the teeth and then through the bottom. So you're kind of going from top to bottom, and you're going to do that all the way until you get to the end. It's just going to make it more secure overall. So once you've completed your 2 lines of stitching, you're going to go ahead and grab your scissors and just cut off that excess fabric off the top so it's a nice clean finished edge. So now that it's all trimmed off, you're going to go ahead and grab your needle and thread, and we're just going to do one more stitch right across that edge that we just cut so the tulle lies really, really flat. And just do that all the way across till the end so everything's nice and secure and in place and it won't move around and it's nice and flat as well. And that's it. You are finished making your birdcage veil. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this comes in handy for any veils that you want to make for your wedding. And if you stick around here, I'm going to show you a nice little tip for steaming those veils. All right, So here's the little trick for steaming your veil. So it's been all scrunched up or been put in a bag and now it's all wrinkly. So find the center of it or wherever the comb is. You'll need your veil, a hanger, a long plastic garment bag. You can get those from like a department store. You could use a trash bag if you don't have one of these. And a hair clip. Find the opening to the bag. Turn your steamer on. Hook the veil to like the top of the hanger. And you'll need to have part of the veil here, the plastic bag, and the hanger. So like there might be one little part that has a little bit of a wrinkle, but... And then take your clip and clip it so that it stays back here. And then you're going to take the steamer you're going to put the head of the steamer inside the bag and cover it so there's no air coming out the bottom. All right, and you can't really see anymore, so the bag is full of steam. You can take the steamer out, hang that up over there, take off the clip, and you can kind of just tear open the bag, let it fall down. It might be a little wet, but that's normal, it'll dry off. And then there you have. All the wrinkles fell out in maybe a minute and a half. So there's your super easy, simple trick.